Hey, what's going on, beautiful people? This is the Roaming Prepper channel. I'm your host, Pete, and I want to thank all of you for joining me. For those of you who are new, welcome. If you like what I have to say, please like, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff. If you don't, you can give me a thumbs down and, tell me to be gone. But today's topic, normally I try to mix and match my situation reports on Monday. I try to do like product or technical reviews on Thursday. Wednesday is more like prepper topics. I'm gonna actually do another sit rep type video today. And the reason is, and I'll be honest with you, the title of this one's gonna be the Economy Slump 2025. I'm starting to get worried about the way things are shut down because I fear that it's going to precipitate something worse economically and possibly socially. And I really think we need to watch, because I think when it starts, if it breaks and when things start breaking, it's going to happen very quickly, where you're going to start seeing a lot of things happen one after the other once you get to that breaking point. Because right now the states are kind of moving funds around and President Trump's moving funds around and everyone's trying to cover their bases. But it's only a matter of time before something really happens. So anyway, just to rehash, so the 2025 economy, right? Retail sales, and this is from a search of a few different websites and channels. You could probably Google it or AI it if you have a preferred AI engine. Retail sales are down 1.8%, unemployment's up 4.5%, and the holiday spend forecast is going down 2%. And this kind of concerns me because that's as of right now. Now, think about it, if you have a couple, let's say you're both able-bodied and you're both working and you need some help, having hard times, whatever, and you're getting EBT, well, the EBT is gone or it's screwed up somehow. So now what you're going to do is redirect the money you would have spent on EBT, right? You had the EBT, and then whatever free cash you may have had, you might be getting clothes for the kids or something else. None of that's going to matter. Everything's going to redirect to food and bills, and you're going to see a reduction in spending. On top of that, all the government workers are not getting paid. So the Army, the military is getting paid, but the Coast Guard didn't get paid apparently because they're law enforcement. They're lumped in under the Department of Justice. So FBI, ICE, DEA, all these people, I don't know who's getting paid, but there's a lot of furloughs, a lot of people getting laid off, a lot of people forced vacation, and it's going to start getting ugly. So to start with, travel chaos. TSA lines are 30% high or longer. Flight cancellations up 22%. If you're going to travel during the holidays, be patient, right? You want to get there ahead of time, get there early. If your flight's at 1, my rule of thumb is get there 2 hours early. So if my flight's at 1, I want to get there 11, right? Maybe 10. Get there at 11, take you an hour to get through the airport through security, and then another hour to find where the hell you're supposed to be, maybe get a soda while you're waiting. Have cash for ground transportation. Don't just rely on your apps. Because if apps go down, something happens and you get a power outage on top of these long TSA lines, it's going to be a problem. Yesterday, Houston News, KHOU, reported that Bush Airport, non-holiday, 3-hour lines, the lines for the security went out the door of the terminal. That's insane. I can tell you right now, I have never seen that in all my travels. I've never seen it like that. I've seen some long lines too, especially you come in from international. This was the domestic flight terminal. Not good. That's a bad sign. My fear is the air traffic controllers are already taking days off. They're getting furloughed. We don't have enough people. So the less air traffic controllers, the less flights they can manage simultaneously. So you're going to see flight cancellations. People are going to lose their money there. The airlines are going to lose money because they have to reimburse to some extent. So it's going to be a domino effect on this one. Also, moving on, crime spiking, right? So some of the things I've seen, and again, I'll let you guys do some homework on it. Shoplifting is up 15% year on year as of right now. And this is the 4th of November, 25. We haven't even gotten into the holiday season yet. And again, people have to spend less and they can't travel, or the travel's going to be delayed. You're going to start seeing people reprioritize, and people who really think they need something for their kids may resort to stealing. So we might see a lot worse going forward. What I'd recommend prepping, avoid big mobs, groups. People are lining up for Best Buy or whatever. Don't get involved in that. Travel in pairs or travel in groups. Secure your home when you're away. You have a gun safe, whatever, put your valuables away. If you have a trusted family member who can come in, check on your home, pick up your mail, do that. Don't leave the home unsecured. Most of you already know this, but I'm saying this for the newer followers and for the newer preppers who are in the last year or so really realizing, holy cow, this is scary. And they're trying to catch up to the rest of us. And by the way, if you are new, calm down, take your time, prioritize the food, the meds, secure your home as best you can, have some cash if you can swing it. It's important now not to make big financial mistakes. Also, so you're going to see human behavior shifting. You're going to see people trying to steal, going to that. They're going to try and scam each other. You're going to see an increase of the use of AI and scams. You're going to see road rage, neighbor tension. Hell, they opened the Bass Pro Shops in Odessa, Texas, out here in West Texas. And, Odessa's a little ways away from me. And opening day, 6 men got in a fight. 2 were arguing. I don't know how it became 6. In the line for the men's room, nobody cut anyone at the register. Nobody picked anyone's pocket. To right now, nobody knows what the hell happened. Of course, like people in Lubbock and Midland and all the other cities are like, well, it's Odessa. Odessa kind of gets beat up by the other cities. But the bottom line is, I think when the holidays hit, you're going to see more of that. Remember when people way back when fighting over Cabbage Patch Kids? That was the beginning of it. You don't think if they can't afford food, how do you think they're going to act during Thanksgiving shopping? They're going to be taking stuff from your cart, maybe grab your stuff while you're trying to load your cart. You want to get ahead of that. You want to have your stuff at the house. Don't go out during Thanksgiving. Stay with family and friends. But anyway, again, you want to have, if you're traveling, know where you're going. Let people know what route you're taking. I highly recommend have several routes to and from family's house, to and from the store. And again, if you get there and you see something you don't like, don't go there. Don't go to the store. Don't get in. Lastly, if you're traveling, have some cash. And remember, ATMs may start to lag because now the banks are not getting this infusion of money. They're borrowing money. So this, again, could be a problem. So if you have some cash, that may help. Have alternate routes and also have alternate navigation, right? We don't talk about that enough. So have a paper or hard copy map, maybe different apps in case an app goes down. Also, I recommend keeping a map in your travel bag or in your car, depending on how you're traveling. And again, use your social media productively, right? If you have a neighborhood Facebook group or community, I don't know, X group or an Instagram group you follow, and you guys trade notes on what sales are going on, this is also a great opportunity to get on there and say, hey, I've got to go to Walmart. How's Walmart looking? Someone says, oh, they just arrested 4 guys and there's a big old fight in the parking lot. Clearly not the time to go to Walmart. Try to get ahead of this stuff. I'm not trying to fearmonger, but I really believe just human nature. If people can't afford food, whatever money they do have is going to go toward food, which means they're going to lack something else, if that makes sense. And that's where you're going to start seeing people act out, people steal, people threaten each other. Sorry, my boss is... apparently my boss and several coworkers and I are all now sending stupid memes to each other. Hey, at least I have a boss that has a sense of humor, right? In any case, and again, if you have a good job, be excellent at your job. Be the person they don't want to let go. Or they'll be afraid to let go because you'll go to competition and be a nightmare for them, which that sometimes happen. Um, in any case, folks, look, uh, prep today, plan out today, not panic, right? Panic is when you go to Walmart and as an active shooter out of nowhere. That's when you start worrying like, oh crap, there's bad things. Now there's not, nobody's after you right now. Plan it out. Check on your elders, check on the newly moved out, the young kids, teenagers, the college kids, the first apartment buyers or renters, and make sure to prep for your pets. If you're gonna travel, plan it out. And again, I've got a whole playlist of travel related stuff. Please go check it out if you need more tips. And I'm going to ask everyone to do me a favor in the comments. What else do you think we should be doing as we get into the holidays? If the government shutdown continues, how should we be planning out? What preps do you recommend? And think of the new folks. But even if you're experienced, everyone does something a different way. Any one of us with experience may learn something new by someone else. So share those. Let's use my platform and also the Four Horsemen. I'm sure they'd be happy to. Let's use our YouTube platforms, all those preppers, the wise men, the horsemen, all the groups. Let's use that to collaborate and share ideas, not just from the creators to you, but to the viewers, back to us and to everyone else. So we can start trading notes. Now's the time to utilize and leverage our online community to make a difference in our real life. You guys be good, be safe, God bless. Take care of yourselves out there and try to have a little fun, have a little smile every now and then, and say prayers for anyone who's really affected. We can only do so much, so do what you can, and I'll see you on the next video. You guys take care.